Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your weekly reading with me. We're going to dive in and see what's going on for you for the week ahead, all right, my angels. So let's dive in. Let's grab you out an animal spirit for the week. Let's see who wants to come out and guide you. Are you got the dragonfly coming through, which is all about seeing the truth past illusions, which is so interesting. Look how similar it kind of looks to the moth. So this tells me, Taurus, you are kind of breaking out of being a moth, meaning that maybe you have been attracted to the shiny things in life and it always led you to maybe dead ends or maybe toxic people, right? Maybe you go for surface level things, or maybe you were just in the dark is what it feels like. I don't know, tempted. But now the dragonfly is out and is your animal spirit for the week, which is all about truth. So that's very interesting. I feel like I see you going out of darkness into light. I see you going away from devil energy and more towards spirit. And then you have that lamb that also wanted to show up too, which is all about new beginnings, new projects, bringing in some innocence and purity. Interesting. Now I'm going to pull a tarot card out so we can understand a bit better about why the dragonfly is here for you guys for the week. Let's see. Again, it could be that you guys are discovering truths. You're really diving into yourself. Page of Cups. The Wheel of Fortune. The Knight of Wands. Okay, so this is interesting. I feel like the Page of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune I feel a little bit like this is a pleasant surprise happening during this week where you feel like things are changing for you. Just like I said with that moth spirit going into the dragonfly, I feel like you're kind of exiting some really difficult times in your life, which is awesome. Page of Cups is almost like your inner child celebrating that maybe it's finally being listened to. Maybe you're just finally stepping into an era where you are knowing your worth, knowing your value, and you're moving more towards that. So I do feel like this is positive news. Now, the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups is interesting because in some way I feel like you're letting your guard down. This could be about you removing any ego, just like that moth was saying. You're removing ego and you're stepping more into vulnerability, which I think is cute. For some of you, a really specific scenario that I'm seeing as well is that maybe someone who you've been in a battle with, they are like reaching out to you during this time. Someone who you feel a bit like maybe that you don't want them to be approaching you, to be honest, or messaging you. The Knight of Cups, of course, is like an apology or someone wanting a heart-to-heart with you. That Knight of Wands though feels a little bit like you either were expecting this person to come in and you've been like protecting yourself about that, like I don't really want you to come into my life, but someone does want to come in and apologize. I guess Seven of Swords being there, maybe they treated you very badly, or maybe this person maybe went behind your back in some way. What's going on for Taurus? The Sun, gorgeous energy, again stepping into the light, new chapters, new beginnings opening up for you. Love that for you. There's a baby here, which again represents new life. The Loyal Hearts, okay. So this is also a week where your relationships are going to be highlighted. So if you are in a current connection, that's getting deeper. For others of you, this is again, if you're single, then you are going to be meeting new friends and new people who you really trust, right? And this is people who've got your back. So you're really learning a lot about truth. And then we have honesty coming through. So this says, I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Love that. And it's kind of like aligning with all the messages coming through. All right, what else is going on this week for Taurus? We got gratitude, and that is about gratitude for the people who are around you, people who do love you. So it feels a little bit like there is truth coming through, a lot of awareness within yourself as well, actually, Taurus. And this is really helping you open up to a new beginning. I think when the sun comes in, it's also like a number one, which can represent your identity, your appearance, how you show up in the world. And I do feel like you're starting to shine brighter. You're starting to I feel good in your reading. I feel like a weight's been lifting off my shoulders. That's how I feel for you guys during the week. Okay, what is the overall energy for this week, please? The Ten of Cups. So beautiful, happy family, happy home. You're focusing on your fulfillment in life. Let's see how you are showing up. It's a really good card for community. You are showing up as enlightenment, which makes sense for the dragonfly. What is the challenge for Taurus during the week ahead? The Page of Wands. So the challenge being the Page of Wands is interesting because again, it is a little bit of that gossip. I was seeing these two in particular, Nine of Wands, Knight of Swords, which can be, again, defensive energy, jumping to conclusions, wanting to attack. I'm going to clarify what that card is, but it does look a little bit like gossip or people spreading things, you know. But let's see. Remember about honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. I wonder if someone lied on your name, for example. Right? And this is where Spirit's kind of saying this is your challenge here, because as long as you know the truth, you don't need to, you don't need to engage in these stupid little gossipy things. All right, let's see. What's the advice for Taurus this week? The Fool, a brand new journey, a brand new leap of faith, and an opportunity to show up differently. All right, let's dive a bit deeper then. I want to look at the Sun. Why is the Sun here? The Knight of Cups. You see what I'm saying? I feel like because you are stepping into a new energy, you are also, again, putting your heart out on your sleeve. You're becoming a lot more open and vulnerable, like I've been saying, moving away from ego, moving away from the need to feel like you need to defend yourself or protect yourself or engage with maybe moth energies, other people who might be superficial and stuff like that. You're stepping into the light. And I feel like by doing that, you're recognizing that you don't need to dabble with the darker people, right? The energies that just want to feed off of your reactions, most likely. So this Knight of Cups is you, I don't know, just deciding to put your heart out there, right? You're just deciding you're going to show up in your own way. And the Sun, of course, represents that you're going to find a lot of happiness here. Could be new love coming your way as well for a lot of you. Again, if you are in a happy relationship, you're deepening that connection here. Why is the Loyal Hearts card here? The Fool. So some of you are taking a big risk with someone. Again, if you're in a relationship already, the Fool card and the Three of Pentacles could represent maybe you guys are deciding that you want to move. Maybe you guys want to expand or, deal with a project together in some way. That could be redecorating a home, like that kind of project, whatever it is. It feels like this is a card of collaboration. If you are single, the Fool card, Three of Pentacles, is that you're putting yourself out there. You are really wanting more community. You're wanting maybe a love interest. So again, this is about you putting yourself out there and you're just being in this energy of truth and joy. You're showing up as joy. All right. Now, if this is not exactly just to do with relationships in particular, this of course can be friendships, and this can also be collaborations with others in the workspace too. But the Fool really represents diving in, right? Following your gut instincts and just seeing where something leads you, right? Taking risks or taking new journeys here. Honesty, strength, of course, takes strength. Of course, especially with what we've been saying about not focusing on who's not telling the truth, just knowing that you are, okay? And that we can't always expect people to tell us the truth because some people are just liars. Okay, it takes strength and courage to step into the light, to be open with yourself about where you've been having ego, or maybe where you've been having things that maybe you're not proud of and that you want to change and grow. That takes courage, that takes truth, that takes honesty. Love that for you. All right, but not everyone has that courage. Okay, gratitude coming through. I think it's self-explanatory, but we'll get another little clarifier for this. That's interesting. Queen of Wands reversed. Some of you guys could be removing a fire sign from your life, Aries, Sag, or Leo, because Queen of Wands reversed is interesting there with gratitude. I think it's also, again, about being more confident in who you have around you, even if it's yourself. There's things that you can count blessings for, right? Star card is wish fulfillment and community. So being grateful for one thing will turn into multiple more things. Giving back to the world around you is important. It's going to really help you out here. This can be philanthropy as well. I always see it as that, right? Like giving back to the world. That could be people in the world. That could be animals, right? I just feel like there's a little bit of like charity or just giving is going to be really important and a big theme for you guys during this week. Okay. And the Queen of Wands reversed, what is the meaning behind this? Six of Wands. And this could be someone who loves external attention. And again, that superficial person, because it's jumping on top of the challenge that we have where I said it could be some gossip here. Someone wants to be the bigger person, but not the good bigger person. Someone wants to come out with something very successfully. They want to be, I don't know, I guess someone who's like an attention seeker. They like attention and validation. So like this feels like someone who, again, could be lying about you to make themselves feel better, to look better. I don't know, this person's got a big ego, and this could be someone that, again, you're no longer friends with, or deciding that you're no longer want to be around. Okay, we'll keep that there. 10 of Cups. Why is this the energy of the week? So ultimately this week is about happiness. 3 of Wands reverse is gorgeous because it's something that you're no longer waiting for. You're deciding that you can have this now. So I love that a lot. 10 of Cups. Yeah, this is you doing, like, bringing more love into your life, bringing more happiness into your life, bringing more emotional fulfillment into your life. So the 8 of Pentacles could be, again, that this could be something that you're working on, right? You're working on having more happiness in this present moment, which I love. This can also be, again, maybe work communities bringing you joy. Again, I think it's just about gratitude and building. Some of you could expect to see your finances increase because I feel like you're just working harder and you're maybe enjoying your work around this week. Why is Taurus showing up as the Hanged Man? Of course, there's a card about being able to see something from a different perspective. Ace of Pentacles, 7 of Swords. Yeah, so a lot of you guys are seeing truth in situations, and that's just kind of your main theme throughout this week, because the Hanged Man, it feels a little bit like you're able to see where the 7 of Swords is. And that, again, could be other people who go behind your back. That could be people who are sneaky, lying, cheating, stealing. It can also be people who self-sabotage, or people who are not courageous enough to make decisions, so they breadcrumb, or, you know, they just lead people on and then ghost. I don't know what it is that you're looking at, but it's those types of people. It could also be behaviors within ourselves where we have self-sabotage, or where we have done things that we're not, again, like we may have run away from responsibility once upon a time. Do you see what I'm saying? It's just, there's a lot of things that are going on here, but ultimately you're seeing truth in this. Ace of Pentacles feels a little bit like you're planting a seed based off what you're seeing here, based on the truth that you're seeing. You're gaining enlightenment, and this is offering you a new beginning. Ace of Pentacles. The 9 of Wands. That feels like a chance again to step away from ego. Again, someone is coming through for sure. I mean, you might even reject them, and that's fine. You're focusing on your future. You're focusing on moving away from the situation where there was probably secrets and immaturity and arguments and stuff like that. I think that this is something you're healing from. So the Ace of Pentacles here looks like a clean slate. And of course, the Hanged Man is you looking at this and addressing this. There might be energies where you feel a bit stuck this week, or that you just feel a bit more introverted or introspective. But I think that this is your way of seeing things from the past differently. All right, right in your wrongs. Maybe that's a decision that you made to trust someone, whatever it is. I do feel like you're just looking at things so that you can feel more in control in your life, so you can take back control and be the person that you want to be and show up as that in your life. All right, and now the Page of Wands being a challenge. Yeah, the Devil energy, and that's interesting. And the King of Pentacles, because, I mean, this could be someone, again, who's interrupting, you know, a happy family, because it's jumped up over here. The Devil can be temptations with the Page of Wands as well. Again, I'm going to assume this is someone around you, but of course, King of Pentacles is here. So it could be a Capricorn or a Virgo or another Taurus in your life. This could, again, be your own habits to, with that moth energy, right? Like I said, that's that darker devil energy, because I feel like it's about temptations, like feeling caught up in superficial stuff and the gossip, and maybe you want a little bit of that, you know, addictions or temptation, whatever they are. It's like, you know, you probably should leave it behind, but for some reason, maybe something about this makes you feel good, makes you feel, I don't know, something about it makes you feel good. But the problem is, it's a devil energy. This is not going to help you grow, and it's a darker energy. This is not truth. This is not light energy. So I think this is what you're understanding, right? There's nothing wrong with having material wealth. It's how you chase it, how you view it. Money is just a tool at the end of the day, but it's not a powerful thing. It doesn't make you any more powerful. It maybe makes your decisions powerful. It doesn't make you a better person to have more money or to have more fame, to have more success, right? It doesn't make you a powerful person. Everyone's on the same level, right? But it's just, maybe it gives you external power, blah, 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 blah. You see what I'm trying to say? It's just superficial. So I think what you're understanding is you're really diving deeper into your own actions, but also those of other people. Because of course, mainly for a lot of you, this is others too. Okay, where you're really seeing other people. And maybe, again, there is gossip. Maybe there is someone who wants to lie about you, or is toxic here. Again, very superficial. One more. Why is this the challenge? King of Swords, you're in truth. Look at that. You are in truth. Remember the honesty card. I can't always expect truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. So maybe this is again about you having a change up in your community if you feel like you're surrounded by people who just are not aligned with you anymore. Yeah, I just was clarifying the devil energy, and the Eight of Cups came through. So this walking away from things that just don't serve you. The devil, you can never grow here, right? Spiritually. Because they're chained up. So no matter what he's tempting them with, money, success, whatever, their souls are bounded. They can't grow. So that's important for you guys. Right, now the Fool card. Why is this the advice for Taurus? I see a trip coming up for you, one that's full of excitement. Two of Swords, Six of Wands. So your advice is to have this new beginning, to dive into things and to make choices that make you feel good. But not just make you look good, make you feel good. Yeah, the King of Wands as well is really good. Because it's about your ideas and feeling in power and feeling creative and yeah, no more waiting anymore, taking action. So you have a choice to make. What's this choice? Two of Swords. The Knight of Wands. I guess this is about doing things that make you happy. There's a lot of wands coming into your reading. So a lot of fiery, passionate energy, creativity, joy, romance, like what pleasure, like whatever it is, it's giving me fifth house energy. I just think it's really important for you with the Knight of Wands to find your soul tribe, to go out there, go on adventures, go have some fun, do some, again, like I said, I felt like that was a fun trip, and I feel like that could be like, I don't know, just doing a fun activity. You don't need to go far to do it, right? It just feels a little bit like an adventure is needed and necessary. So your decisions are really going to be helpful for you. Anything else but the Fool, this new journey? Page of Swords, the Wild, and Eight of Swords. I do see again this apology coming through. This is also again you allowing yourself to have fun. Eight of Swords coming out of your head, stepping into a new beginning. You are still going to be quite mindful, and there will be triggers that might still come up, but this is something that you can work with. This is a time to get curious on the things that you want to learn and to grow in. Especially also always trust your gut instincts when it comes down to truth, because I just feel like you guys have a really good BS detector, and I just feel a little bit like, especially even more now that you're stepping into truth and light, that you are going to be able to see through people. And again, you can't change people. Don't try to change people. With that honesty card, we can't force others to be the way that we are, especially with this new truths that you guys are going through, the spiritual awakening you guys seem to be going through. Can't force people to, but you can lead, right, by example a lot of the time. Okay, and I feel like this is about you making decisions that are fun in your life, and just watch that people just naturally will start getting curious and want to know what you're doing, how you're doing it, and how they can do it. So lead. Okay, my angel. But that's what I got for you. A little bit like an interesting reading, but ultimately, I was going to say multiply, is ultimately about truth and enlightenment and really seeing things very clearly and really, things being exposed. Again, information coming away. I feel like the Ace of Swords is just the card for you, where it's communication, information coming away, messages coming away, but also truth and clarity and enlightenment. All right, so there's a lot of that going on for you guys here. Okay, so I'm going to wish you all the best. I hope you guys have an amazing week. If you resonated with the reading and you enjoyed it, let me know in the comment section by giving the video a thumbs up and subscribing if you've not already. But aside from all that, I'll see you guys in the next one.